Hello, I'm in New Zealand, Ivan Peterson. We are here and an old friend had departed us, and we are going to make a little film about some of the things he's doing. And the film is going to be called The Caveman. And he was a remarkable person. Here, as a good introduction of things he did, a quarter bells made out of scrap metal and with 4 different sounds welded together. Just listen to them in the honor of my friend. Fantastic, eh? So, let us start. The beginning to the film, The Caveman, it took many years to do. I think maybe 15 more years, and it was a fantastic thing. Here, behind this door, is where the cave starts. We need some lights, so we can have a look. Please come with me. If you suffer from claustrophobia, be careful. Lots of confined spaces here. I have to turn around each time I speak, otherwise you can't hear me. So from now on, I might not say anything for a little while, but observe what's happening. Yes. Here was another one. It had never been completed, but I think it was sort of a different idea. But as always, it's not been completed yet. Anyway, there are leads and wires and lights, so we can see. Okay, we will continue. These are not glowworms, these are electric things. But it looks interesting, and it shouldn't give you the blues if you like. This here, going up to a different level, is a center post, all done in concrete, and put together each step, a section, a step, a section, so on, all built outside and taken in pieces and built up. And it has to fit, calculating how many steps was needed. So let us go up. The battery went flat, so now we are ready again, going up the staircase, and there's still some way to go. I begin to understand what enormous job his has been. we are now up and entering in to this is the top of the staircase, and see the rotten rock everywhere. And there's a hand basin here in case you need to wash your hands after all that. I think that might not be the purpose, but this is where this vertical shaft was dug from the top, and when they got down far enough, calculating it mathematically in his lounge, how this both ends would meet up, and it has so happened it did meet exactly. Let's go and have a look in here. We can now turn off our lights. My friend was a beekeeper like me, and we all made a lot of honey wine. It's called mead. Hundreds of bottles. There's still bottles here. All of them had something in common, and that is they have to have an inverted bottom, makes them stronger, and we pick them up from and a with a down thing. So it when the honey mead was finished fermenting, a quarter of teaspoon of sugar was filled in, and it was filled up to about there with finished and put down and wound down. Now the yeast would start living up again until that sugar was used up, but there was no room for the bubbles to escape. So that was forced into the liquid. So when eventually the wire was removed and this taken off, the bubbles could escape again and it becomes sparkling. And that's always done really easily, but only in bottles with inverted bottoms. Anything else was not strong enough and would rust by the internal pressure. So there it is. We found out much later. This here was a way to do it. A 20-liter bucket, which was easy to clean, and all you had to do to drill a hole for the things, the used yeast air to escape, and pressing this down hard will fit airtight. And any other thing from the past bottles become old had they were hard to clean and sterilize. So this we learned the hard way how it could be done easily, and all the instruments needed of many different sorts are here. So finally got it down to a fine art. Now you're no longer with us, and they have been made thousands of honey and mead bottles. We were allowed to sell it, so we never sold any. We swapped it for some money, and it worked well. People come back. 2 wax candles and a bottle of mead will make a great impression late at night on any boyfriend. They were so romantic. So we want to something. Let's see the rest of it now. Of my tools. Yes. We're going further. This here was a model railway on tracks with boxes on, and when the Kango hammer carved out the rocks slowly, it was able to hold the whole train out with its small filled boxes, and that's how it was done. So we go through the Caveman tunnel now, we call it that, and coming out the other end. Into daylight again. And here I will show you something. Have a look. pot plants. Again, he had visitors and tenants here. They never knew it existed. How about that? Okay, we will now go back to the front lawn and have some. Yeah, on this steep section, which it was, it went straight down. So a big wall had been built here, maybe 3.5 meters higher or more, and all the fill from the cave had been put in here. And on this steep section it was really difficult to what do you call it, soakers pits and for the toilet and so on. So this is all dug into this rotten rock and approved by the city council as allowable under the circumstances. But the whole thing is part of a chain, and the cave made this front lawn possible. Now, looking over is a fantastic view of the capital city, but as you can see, the steepness of it, coming down from here, and what he had to do to get the lower entrance to match up with the top half of the vertical shaft had to be calculated out in free air, 2 right angles to the top and the bottom, and then start digging the other one, and the mid with only a couple inches difference way into the mountain. And that was done by way of mathematics, working it out with 2 points in free air. I think quite fantastic. He must have been lying awake at night dreaming about it. Now, thank you, and thank you for our friend. The house will now be sold, and that's will be the last time we can do this.